I'm really I went hog wild. I almost said I'm not a human. Guess what, guys? I had a really bad weekend of eating, but it's going to be a learning experience, hopefully for both of us, because I went hog wild. I'm talking, I had Taco Bell for lunch, and I didn't just order one measly little thing. I had like 2 different items and a side of those cheesy Fiesta potatoes. I had JoJo's, those like potato wedge things at Safeway. I had like a little batch of those. I shared some with my husband, obviously, but carbs, straight carbs right there. Pizza. The next day, Sunday, we ordered a pizza and I had like 3 slices. What this video is going to be about, though, is 5 things that you can do and that I am doing right now to get back on track. Because I am tired of feeling like crap about the decisions that I just made. I'm going to make bad decisions. I'm not perfect. I'm not I'm a human being. I almost said I'm not a human. I'm a human being. I'm going to make bad decisions and I'm going to have to deal with those consequences. That's what life's all about, right? So it's about learning what you can do to fix those mistakes. But that's something else I wanted to talk about. My friend Dakota, who is on YouTube here as well, she has her own channel entitled Mom Life with Dakota. I can link her up here for you if you'd like to go check her out. She has great videos as well. And if you enjoy my content, you will more than likely enjoy hers. We are very similar. In one of her recent videos, she talked about how she doesn't want to feel bad about making, those kinds of decisions. Decisions that maybe aren't according to your specific plan. That she should be allowed to have some potatoes with her steak one night and not feel like crap about it. And I agree with her. Yes, it may not be according to whatever keto diet rules or low carb rules or whatever diet you're on. It may not be according to those rules at that moment in your diet. But that doesn't mean that you are a bad person just because you had maybe that thing that you aren't supposed to have on your particular diet. And I agree with her. I agree that we should not feel bad about it. What we should do is focus on what we can do now to change and some steps that we can take in order to live healthier and have healthier habits. And these 5 things are things that I am implementing in my life now. So I hope that you guys stick around because I am going to share these 5 things with you. And who knows, maybe they will help you get started with your journey if you haven't yet. And if you are on your journey, maybe they'll help you recover from indulging in something that wasn't according to plan, like me. Also, if you could please subscribe down below and hit the notification button so that you won't miss any content that I produce. And also comment down below, say hello to me, tell me how your day is doing, whether your weekend went better than mine or not. I'd love to know. And hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so let's dive right in. My 5 tips to getting back on track after maybe making a poor decision or not going according to your plan, your specific diet plan. And this applies to every diet out there. It doesn't matter what. We all function on a set of rules for these diets, things that we are going to avoid or lessen or lower or whatever in order to lose weight or to live healthier or whatever it may be, whatever your goal is. The first tip that I am doing and that I recommend to you is accept it. Move on. Stop beating yourself up over this poor decision that you made. I tell you, it's only Monday, and I have thought about those poor decisions that I made all weekend long. Even as I was making them, I was berating myself. Oh, I'm going to regret this, but I really want it. And I was sitting there justifying all these poor decisions that I was making and really just unnecessarily giving me more guilt than I need. I know that I made an off-plan decision or decisions, but that doesn't mean that it's ruined. It doesn't mean that the entire plan is off track and that I can't go backward and that, just because I made this mistake, oh, all hell's breaking loose and, the diet's over and I have failed. It's not that. So the first step is to forgive yourself. Move on. let it go and focus on what you can do today and tomorrow and goals for this week that you can focus on to make better decisions. Forgive yourself and move on. That's healthy tip number 1. Healthy tip number 2 stems from when I watched Mom Life with Dakota's recent video. She is starting a week long of drinking a gallon of water every day. It's one of her personal challenges. And I have told her that I will take on that challenge next week. I ordered a big bottle of, like it's a big water bottle, but on it has like lines of times that I should be drinking certain amounts until that time or something. And it leads up to a gallon in the entire day. You can find it on Amazon. And I ordered one. So I'm going to wait until that bottle gets in because I really want that bottle. And I'm going to do that. But yesterday I challenged myself just for the day because I had eaten really poorly, lots of salty foods, and I was feeling it. I was feeling all bulky and bloated, and I could tell that my body was just retaining more water because of those off-plan decisions that I made. And I challenged myself to drink 1 gallon of water yesterday. In addition to whatever fluids I wanted to drink, I had to drink that gallon. And that was just one decision that I made that's helping me to lose some of the water weight that I was retaining and getting me back on track. So that is healthy tip number 2. Drink a gallon of water a day. Increase your fluids, even if it's only, a half gallon. Challenge yourself to drink more water than you originally do every day because it will only help you. Your body will love you for it. The third healthy tip that I'm going to share with you and that I am implementing in my own world this week is portion control. You might be thinking, hello, like that's one of the rules of every diet. I know that, but I failed at that miserably. If you can say failed, I went off plan with that very much this week. So I'm tightening down the reins a bit more on myself this week to help my body recover and get back on track. I'm really I'm really getting strict with my portions this week to make sure that I am not going over and that my stomach can, shrink back down after some of those larger portions I had this weekend. So that's tip number 3. Control your portions a little bit more than normal. Really, if that means going back to tracking on a weight loss app, I personally recommend Carb Manager for those of you that are on the keto diet or low carb. That's a great app for that. I love it. But if that means, tracking again, whatever you have to do to make sure that your portions are right where they need to be again, going back to the basics. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going back, really controlling my portions and getting back to basics. That's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is maybe a little unusual and doesn't really have to do so much with dieting and losing weight, but it's something for your mental health. And I think it's really beneficial to that process. And that's to have a clean environment, some place that you feel good in. And so what I've been doing is taking some time this week and just tidying up little areas that maybe have been a little run-amucky lately. Taking some time to, run the vacuum over I vacuum normally, but I always feel really good after I vacuum. I feel like it just cleans away all that stuff. And you dust from the top down and it all accumulates on your floor, and then once you vacuum it all up, it's like it's gone, and your house just feels that much cleaner. And when I am in a clean house or a clean environment, my mental health is just that much better, and I feel so much more positive. And when I have that positivity flowing through my veins, it's like even more of a jump start for sticking with my plan. So that is tip number 4. Create a space for yourself that is just positive, and clean up around your place, and just maybe get some nice smelling cleaning supplies so that your house smells really good. Whatever makes you feel good in your environment, and that promotes positivity in your mental health. That's tip number 4 for you guys. Tip number 5 is something that I will be applying this upcoming August 2nd. I don't think it's next week. I'll have to look at my calendar. But on August 2nd is my anniversary, and it's a planned day that I'm going to be going out to dinner, and I may not be able to have some of the perfect keto options. And it's something that I am planning for. It is something that I'm going to account for in my calories the day before and probably the day after, so that I can not wreck my plan completely. But we're going to go out and have a nice dinner at a restaurant in town. And tip number 5 correlates with that kind of an environment. When you're going out to eat, my recommendation is to opt for healthier things instead of the fries that your taste buds crave, and instead of that cheesecake dessert that you've been mentally foaming over the whole time you were eating your dinner. Opt for something healthier. I'm not saying don't, deny yourself. I'm saying opt for something healthier. If you have 2 options, choose that healthier option. You're gonna appreciate it later. Your body is gonna thank you for it later. Anyway, that's tip number 5. I really hope that these 5 tips help you out so much. I hope that you will consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below which tip you think you can implement today in your daily life to help get you either back on track or just continue on the wonderful track that you're on. Also, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button down below. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. I also wanted to ask if you know anybody that's on a weight loss journey and you think that they might enjoy some of the content that I'm producing. I ask that you maybe share word with them about my channel and maybe link my channel to them and spread the word, because I really hope to reach as many people as I can and build a community of support and encouragement for everyone on their journeys. All right, guys, on the screen are 2 videos. Pick one, check them out. They are recommended for you by me or by YouTube. Either one of them, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Check it out, and I hope that you will consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.